Boom, 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 boom. What's going on, everyone? Today is the day that I feel so wonderful and beautiful and lovely. Um, I had been reading this book right here, New Cells, New Bodies, New Life by what is her name? Virginia Essene. And I'm sure for those that watching my video that subscribe to me, we all know who the 13th son is. As I've read this book, I finished it on yesterday. I've been reading it for a little while now, in between my schoolwork. Um, as was reading this book, so much of the information that the 13th son talked about in his videos when I first ran across him was in this book. And as I read this book, my mind was just getting blown more and more and more and more and more. Sorry about this lighting, because I always try to find the best situation in my room with this crappy laptop. But as I read this book, I was just really losing my mind because of the things that I've read, and a lot of it brought me back to my childhood of questions that I used to have, and just what's going on now. I bought this book for $1 at half price books, and I was just in there one day on which what I thought was what's that called? A manic phase, because these Western doctors tried to tell me that I was bipolar. So I was on a manic phase of buying books or whatever. That's what I've been spending a lot of my money on: books, 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 books. Um, and I ran across this book. For me, this was one of the best dollars I've spent so far. I picked up some other books, but right here, this book, it really sat very, very well with me in my heart, because I feel like, okay, what I always felt as a kid, here it is, this go. First, I ran across this man that I thought was just a nutso when I first saw his first video. I'm like, man, this man on here is tripping. But he got to saying things, and I was like, something started turning in this big ass head of mine, and it was like, okay, this is right what he's saying. What he's saying is not wrong at all. He's saying some good stuff. So I'm grateful for him. I had to send him something on Twitter today, just letting him know, you my nigga for real, because everything you said, even though he was kind of get on that cussing about certain kind of go look for a book and you need to just look into yourself, and I'm not at that point yet. I haven't. I feel like I have not been deserving of to be able to go all the way in and see my Akashic records, but I'm on my way there. Um, but it's just, oh, god damn. My thought came and it left real quick. It always do that. It always do that, and I kind of wish that it will stop doing that, because I really want my words to be able to flow. Because when your words are able to flow, you don't look so crazy when you're trying to talk to people. And yeah, I am, say what you want to say. I'm looped out the game, or I just speak whatever comes to this dome of mine. If it runs through here, it comes out the mouth. And something I tell people that, hey, I don't mean any harm, but I just can't. It bothers me, really, really bothers me now to hold a thought in where something kind of makes me feel a certain kind of way, and a certain kind of way that usually is a way that I don't like to feel. So if it makes me feel good, hey, that's good. I'm going to express that. If it makes me feel bad, I'm also going to express that. I don't mean to make you feel bad for telling you how you done made me feel either, but hey, we can do this all day and we won't have to do it at all, because either way it don't matter to me. But yeah, that's how it goes. But this book right here, I got so many highlights in here. I'm going to have to buy me another book, because stuff like this drives me crazy. But I just, so many lessons, so many lessons. I'm so grateful for this book, because I'm glad to know that as I was a little girl, I was not crazy for how I feel. And I want to stop using the dang on word crazy. I want to just say I wasn't wrong. I was on point with everything how I felt. Even to a conversation I may have had a few months ago with somebody about they didn't believe that there was anything that outside of this planet, that Earth was the only planet that life dwelled on. And my question to them was, my statement in question was, why do you think these other planets were put here? Even though I don't think that nobody from Earth has ever went to outer space. I don't think they ever went to NASA, all of that. Yeah, that's caca. I just don't think none of them ever went to the moon or nowhere. Um, that's just how I feel. I've always felt like that. But my question and my statement to that person was, okay, so you mean to tell me that it's all these other planets out here, and you think that humans are the only life form that's here? Man, ain't nobody else coming here. Ain't nobody else coming here. Was his statement? This is a fully grown man that I was talking to also. Um, so he was like, man, 'cause them aliens anyway. And something just came on, and I said, have you ever thought about the fact, what if we're the aliens? What if we're the experiment? I say, what if somebody is looking at us? What if they're looking at the fact and saying, look how they have torn this earth up, and this was before anything had started to come about. This may have been in January of this year, or it was this year, I do believe. And I just let them know. I say, what if they just saying, man, look how they have torn up this planet. And I told them, why in the hell would they want us to come to another planet looking at the way we've destroyed this one? And he kind of looked at me like I was crazy. There goes the word again, but hey, because that's how he looked at me. He kind of looked at me like I was crazy. And I said, just hey, think about it. Just think about it. What if we are actually the experiment? And as I read this book today, well, over the last couple of days, month or so, however long it's been, it stated something about that, Earth, it was the baby. We're the babies of the baby. We're the experiments, pretty much. And everybody likes to put their hands on experiments to see how much they can tinker. They can tinker with them. And I wish I could remember the person that I had this conversation with, so that I can give them this book so that they can read it. But I understand that what resonates with me in my heart is not going to resonate with everybody else. I've lost a few so-called people that thought I just really assumed that they were my friends. I've lost some of those along the way because they think I'm cuckoo. But I'm still the person that they call behind the scenes when everybody else don't know if they got a problem and they want to hear some truth, because I've always given the truth. I like the BS just like everybody else. I like to have fun. I was a big fan of the Mary, and I still love the Mary. But I've come to understand how it destroys our body when it's lit up. So therefore, I had to take it away and not partake in it anymore. Um, Also, some things have been happening with my youngest son, and we clashed so much to the point to where I had to move him about the home, which I didn't really want to do, but I guess Gaia, because that's the name that I figured out. See, I'm late. I'm a new baby coming into this. Well, coming into the knowledge, because I think it was always floating around in this dome of mine that, hey, no, you not from here, homegirl, or it was something. But anyway, I guess Gaia had just heard and just felt how my heart was hurting for this seed that came out of me, this other being that came out of me. Um, he's kind of coming around, and we've had a conversation, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm learning that when I do my meditations, just send this love out so that it can, it can touch everybody, all of the children here, all of my brothers and sisters that are here. Um, and that's just some things that I was taught from this book, and I'm grateful for that. Um, I've been getting a lot of strangers here lately. I get the biggest smiles from people, and just people just come up and give me these conversations. I'm learning something that's about the energy or the light that even when I can't see it, other people can see it. Um, I'm just so grateful for this blessing. I'm so grateful that this blessing has grabbed me this go round in my life because I knew I know what it feels like to be happy and to feel like that I am just in hell. I know what that feels like. I know what that feels like firsthand, but I never ever knew what it felt like to be happy. And I am happy, and I'm getting happier every day. Even when I was having this riffraff with this child that came from me, with this little soul that came from me, I was still trying to hold on to my happiness, and I think I cried for the first time in a long time, about maybe a week or so ago, just tears of sadness. But that's not nowhere in my heart right now. Nowhere near in my heart. Um, but yeah, this book right here, sometimes we get so sidetracked with things that I know this is what I do. I got so excited when this energy shot through me that I was doing things and they were, what's the word? They were repetitive. They were always on point. I made sure that I got my exercise in and all of that good stuff. And I started to chill with that. So I noticed that my energy subdued because I got off of my routine. I stopped kind of taking care of myself the way that I did. I've eaten flesh also. And something that I learned from this book was that during the stages of ascension, your body will crave for different things. It'll go to the point of where we don't want any food. We only want fruit. We only want vegetables. We only want water. You will go through stages where you want to eat flesh. And it made me understood, okay, why am I having these cravings? Why am I having these cravings? I tried it, but it still wasn't a sense of fulfillment. So I understand that while I'm coming to understand, overstand all of them, and eventually I'll be able to come a break. I understand what those three words mean, but I guess I'll really get the true gist of it in due time. But I'm understanding not to deny anything that my body asks for, that my being is desiring, if I should say the right word. Because I'm going to go through so many beautiful phases that I'm supposed to give in. I'm supposed to submit, and that's a part of my ascension, is what I'm understanding. Um, so I had got off my track of keeping myself healthy, and I just wish I could really find where it was just a paragraph about certain things that we have to do. We got to do for ourselves, and I just felt like it was talking to me so much, and for anybody else that get off the bandwagon, um, as far as your health is concerned. Oh, this was a passage. No, that's not it. But it was just pretty much told me, was like, hey, okay, homegirl, you came quite a long way. You you've asked for a certain thing even before you know it was going to be given to you, and I'm giving this to you because you asked for it, and it's what you deserve. Is really who you are, but you still have to do work to get here. So it's just pretty much I have to make sure that I still do my physical activities. I have to still take care of myself and not just run around here thinking that Gaia, Mother and Father Earth is going to give me this simply because my light has semi came on. There's still work to be done in order for me to get to the next level. And I think just like everybody else on here that has not gotten to a certain level, we all are striving to get as close to that oneness as we can. We're all striving for that. That I know that's my goal. That's my goal. I don't want to like I think I'm saying her name right, Osun Sun Sade. I want to stay happy also. I don't ever want to be sad again. And I know the only way that I'm gonna get stay in this complete state of bliss and be blissed out the game. Blissed out the game. Yeah, yeah, just blissed out of my mind is if I do as I'm told. That's how I know it's gonna be that way. Um, I'm babbling as I always do because yeah, it be a whole bunch of stuff going on in here. Sometimes I wish I could see through my head sometimes. I want to do the memories, do the words just run through. I got a new haircut. I'm gonna let my hair grow. I didn't like that side. But anyway, um, yeah, I just want to put this on here about what I what I found out about this book right here, about the spiraling, the spinning, the nines, the 144,000, which is a lie in that damn Bible, the second coming, um, the 12, the number 13, the different astrologies. Just this book is a wealth of information for me, and I've always been a reader. I got away from reading once these babies started to come. But if anybody can recommend any book, um, I'm open to them because I spend a lot of time at the bookstore. I spend my last dime on books. If you want to send me some books too, I'll take them. Because I bought the book I bought a few books, but I'm gonna get off of here because I'm rambling. I just want to let you guys know that what I've learned over the past couple of days, what I learned every day, and have a good day. Toodles. Bye bye.